आत्मनीनं यस्मै च दत्तं व्यतिशेखरेण यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्म व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। हरिः ओम्। यः पूर्व्याय वेधसे नवीयसे सुमज्जानये विष्णवे ददाशति यो जातमस्य महतो महिब्रवात् से दुष्रवोभिर्युज्यञ्चिदभ्यसत् तमुस्तोतारः पूर्व्यं यथा विदर्तस्य गर्भगो हविषा पिपर्तना आस्य जानन्तो नाम चिद्विभक्तना बृहत्ते विष्णो सुमतिं भजामहे इन्दुणै पदुमत्तलर्महळ் तनक्कुमिन्बन् நற்புவித்தனக்கிறைவன் தன் துணையாயர் பாவைன பின்னை தனக்கிரை மற்றையோர்க்கு எல்லாம் வன் துணை பஞ்ச பாண்டவர்க்காகி வாயுரை தூது சென்றியங்குமென் துணை என் துணை எந்த தந்தை தம்மானை திருவல்லிக்கேணி கண்டேனே யதப்சுதே சரஸ்வதி பிரேயஸ்யாः பத்மஜாயா மதுரசகச்சரம் சாது பூமீஸ்வரம் தம் स्वप्राणाभीरवंश्याः प्रभुमथ च तथाशेष सर्वासहायं पञ्चानां पाण्डुजानां मुखज वचनभृद्दौत्यकृत्ये चरन्तं मत्साहाय्यं दधानं मदिनकुलपतिं कैरविण्यामपश्यम् यदप्सुते सरस्वती गोष्वश्वेषु यन्मधु तेन मेवाजिनीवति मुखमंधि सरस्वती। नमस्सदसे एतर्हि भगवतो महापुरुषस्य श्री रुक्मिणी कामुकस्य पार्थसारथेः परया कृपया अत्र विष्णुमोहन स्थापने प्रचाल्यमाने अस्मिन् महति उत्सवे भगवद् रामानुज वैभवपरे भवतां पुरस्तात् भगवद् रामानुज वैभवम् अधिकृत्य किञ्चिदिव वक्तुम् आगतोऽस्मि दासः स्वामिभिः आज्ञप्तः। मया आदौ पृष्टम् उपन्याससरण्यां काचन रीतिः वर्तते यत्र तावत् अत्र स्थितस्य अध्यक्षस्य नाम प्रथमतः परिगृह्य तदनन्तरं तस्यापि नमस्कारान् कृत्वा उपन्यासस्य प्रारम्भः प्रवचनस्य प्रारम्भः इति। तथा च कान्तानहम् अध्यक्षभूतान् वृणीये इति पृष्टवान् अहं। तथा उत्तरम् एतद् लब्धम्। अयं भवतः उपन्यासः स्पेशल् उपन्यासः। अत्र भवानेव अध्यक्षः, भवानेव वक्ता, कृपया भवानेव श्रोता इति न उक्तं, श्रोतारः सन्ति। तत्र अयम् उपन्यासः अधुना आङ्ग्लभाषायाम् इतः परं क्रियते। तत्र संस्कृतभाषा वा आङ्ग्लभाषा वा अस्तु, उभयत्रापि वयं तावत् अतीव भीता एव। द्रविडभाषायाम् अत्यन्तं भीताः अधुना। परन्तु प्रार्थना एवं कृता यदप्सुते सरस्वती गोषु अश्वेषु येतु मधु तेन मन्मुखमङ्घि इति तस्याः तावत् कृपया उपन्यासोऽयं maduraha bhavati iti vishwasan arabhe. When I came here, a beautiful discussion was going on this satyatva of the world. World is real for Ramanuja. You, me, everybody is real for Ramanuja. For Vedas also, we believe very clearly. But there has been an argument placed which lead us to believe, arguments placed which lead us to believe that this is only an illusionary thing. It actually doesn't exist. It is all our illusion. Swami Vedanta Deshika gives an adjective to Ramanuja's Bhashya, Satyekalambi Bhashyam Yatipati Kathitam. There is a very important statement. This is a very important statement. Satyekalambi Bhashyam. Ramanuja's Bhashya is based, depends on Satyam only. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. No. Brahma Satyam Jagatcha Satyam Yuyancha Satyam Vayancha Satyam Sarvam Satyam. This is the concept. Now when I was given this special address, as rightly observed by your friend, you don't have a chairman, so you don't have a subject also. When you say a special subject, you can go on speaking anything. But I thought I will start bombard all of you with Nachiketa's words. Nachiketas asks Yama many questions. And at the end, he asks him, please teach me clearly this. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat, anyatra asmat krita kritat, anyatra bhutat bhavyacha, yattat pashyasi tanme bruhi. The student asks the teacher, simple, plain Sanskrit, anyatra dharmat. Please teach me the thing which is distinctly different from dharma. Should not the student ask the teacher, please teach me dharma? Here is a student who says, anyatra dharmat yat pashyasi tanme bruhi. You should teach me one thing which is other than dharma. Then naturally I should teach you adharma. But the student is a very intelligent fellow. He is actually drilling yama. That means you should be drilling yama. Student should be very intelligent. So he then says, at the same time, please teach me anyatra adharmat. Just because I asked you to teach me distinctly something which is other than dharma, you should not teach me adharma. You should teach me something other than adharma also. Are you confused? It is my duty to confuse you. Teacher's duty primarily is to confuse the student. When the student feels that he is confused, then only things will go into mind of the student. That is why I took up this Upanishad passage in Katha Upanishad. It is the Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Asmat. Other than this. What is this? See, we have just at random taken a statement. So Asmat may be confusing us. But Asmat should refer to something different from what has been spoken till now. Krita, kritat, highly confusing. What has been done, what has not been done. You should teach something which is entirely different from dharma, different from adharma, which should be different from what we discussed previously. We should be something different from done and not done. Anyatra bhutat. And it should be something which is other than past. Then it should be also other than the future. Anyatra bhavyat. Yat pashyasi, yat tat pashyasi. What you see, you kindly tell me. After a long lecture of Yamadharma Raja, Mrityu, student Nachiketas asked this question. I would have been frustrated, I would run away. But the teacher was Yama. Teacher is Yama. So he gives answer for this. But what is this question? This question, what does it mean? A commentator should give commentary for this. Ramanuja has not given commentary for individual Upanishads. He has not written commentary on each individual Upanishad separately. He has given, some audience want me to be perfect looking only in one direction. But I am not that much focused person. So I go this side, mic doesn't come with me. Someone said, we kindly hold the mic on and I am ready, please give. That will be better. Now, what does the student mean? Ramanuja has not written a separate commentary to Upanishad. Some people accuse him of that. Why he did not do? Some great critics go to the extent, probably he found the Upanishad passages are not so much in favor of his concept. So he didn't want to get exposed. This is a cruel way, political way. Everything is politicalized in our country. But actually Ramanuja did not want to waste his time. He has given commentary for the Upanishad passages which need commentary in his Sharirika Bhashya itself. So a student who goes closely his Sharirika commentary will understand the Upanishad passages which are difficult to digest. Other things, already Shankara, where Shankara has written something which is okay for him, why should we reinvent the wheel? This is a great approach which nowadays we forget. We go on reinventing the wheel. So Ramanuja had really said, where Shankara's commentary is okay for us, we should unnecessarily reinvent the wheel and give another text. So he had commented all complicated passages in his Sri Bhashya. But that needs a high intellectual to understand. Many of us may not fall onto that category. Especially, except the previous lecturers, they fall into that category. They were in higher plane. I was worried, I am trying to bring the topic to lower plane. That is why I sat down. So let me bring it to the lower plane. If it goes to the higher plane, only few people can understand. Now, but Ramanuja was such a great personality that everything was lower plane for him. The highest thing also he brought to the lowest level. Now he gives a commentary for this, which is shorter than the original. Evam sakaletara atita anagata vartamana sadhya sadhana sadhaga vilakshane traye prishte. This is the meaning of this. Mr. Karunakarachariar, Upanishad was confusing. Now you have quoted Ramanuja, it also doesn't lead us anywhere. Evam, what this Nachiketa student asked is, Dharmadanyatra kritat akritat bhutat bhavyat dharmad anyatra yaha dharmaha vilakshanaha tamme bruhi. What does this dharma mean? Dharma means upaya. A sadhanam which leads us to good thing is called dharma. So dharma means in simple Sanskrit means upaya. You have spoken at length, Yama Dharmaraja, about moksha, but there are some people who have been practicing, you say, that is still continues, they are practicing. Kritat akritat means presently practiced. How does it mean? Krita, kritat, kritancha, akritancha. Kritam means what was done. Akritam means what is not done, what was not done. But Ramanuja says that means what is being done. Upanishads are highly simply putting us somewhere, another planet. Kritat, akritat, how does it mean present? There we need Acharya. Acharya, because another 100 years have passed, people's mentality strength has come down. So he says, Krita Kritas means present in, Kritam is completed, Kritam is completed, Akritam is not completed. A task which is started is Kritam, which is not completed is Akritam. That means presently what is being done. What upaya are followed in the present, but what you teach me should be entirely different from that. Then, bhutat bhavyat, what was earlier practiced, what is going to be practiced. So Ramanuja gives very simply, Atita anagata vartamana. Atita is bhutat. Anagata is bhavyat. Krita kritat is vartamana. So Yamadharmaraja's student is more complicated than Yamadharmaraja. So Yama should have thought of what this boy says. This should be sakala yatara vilakshanat. What you say should be something extremely different, distinctly different from all that has been practiced, is being practiced, and will be practiced in future. You teach me that very clearly. Then, what is this dharma? We told dharma is sadhana, upaya. So teach about that sadhanam also. But by practicing some sadhanam, you should reach some target. So that target is adharma. Krishnam dharmam vidhi, Ramo vigrahavan dharmaha. These statements say the Lord is dharma. Here our Nachiketa says the Lord is adharma. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat. How to understand this passage? Here comes Ramanuja. He says, when you say adharma, what do you mean? You mean it different from dharma. Dharma is sadhanam. Different from the sadhanam is sadhyam. So adharma is sadhya here. Oh, this is fantastic. Now you get the commentator in Ramanuja. Dharmat means upayat, sadhanat. Adharma means sadhyat, because it is different from dharma is sadhya. If target and means are same, then there is no problem. Certainly target should be different from means. If means is dharma, something other than dharma is adharma. Dharma other than upayam means upayam. So please teach about that. So we got the point what Nachiketas wants to know. Then, who is the sadhaka? About him also you please tell me. The sadhaka is hidden in this question. Asmat is the pronoun. That asmat deals with the person on whom we had discussed earlier. Asmat Nachiketasha, asmat Karunakarachariar, sadhana. In the alavada. Distinct from this. What are the three things distinct from this? Distinctly different from whole world, in which there is an upasaka sadhaka, there is a sadhana, there is a sadhya. Apart these followed in all the future, present and past. One distinct from this, please tell me clearly. That means what you teach me should clearly indicate what should be the speciality of the sadhaka. It should clearly teach me what should be the speciality of the sadhya. It should clearly teach me what is the speciality of sadhana. Now we have decoded. We have not decoded. Ramanuja has decoded. Vatsya Varadeshika, Nadadu Rammal, grandson of Nadadu Radwan, to whom Ramanuja gave the Sribhashya throne, and this symbolizes that Nadadu Ralvan's grandson has explained, and that has been recorded by his student Vyasacharya Shuddhaprakash, and it's explained as here Nachiketas wants to know clearly distinct things. What is the speciality about a sadhaka? What is the speciality about the sadhana? What is the speciality of sadhya? Comparing to all the previous and present and coming time frame. Please tell me that very clearly. What is the presence of this? Now I am not going to explain what Yama said. That is a big thing. Ramanuja simply tells that Prathamam Pranamam Prasasya Tadvachyam Prapya Swarupam Tatantargatancha Paraswarup Praptru Swarupam Vachaka Rupam Cha Upayam Punarapi Samanyena Kyapayan Pranavam Tavad Upadidesha. Accepting the demand of the student, Mrityu Yama first told him about Pranava, the mantra, which will be the sadhana for him. Then he explained to him the Prapya, the sadhya target. Within that Pranavam itself, the sadhaka is also meant, is included. So that also he explained. Then generally he explained all these things and clearly concluded, giving the special features of these things to Nachiketas. Now you get the point, the commentary's beauty and how Ramanuja resolves the complication between dharma and adharma in this context. So tomorrow I can give a lecture saying Krishna is adharma. Many people are telling that. Yama Brahma adharma maha. Yama said Brahma is adharma. Okay. Now let us come to a lighter topic on the greatest Ramanuja. There were the students of Ramanuja, Shishyas, disciples, all of them assembled once and want to know the reason for the greatness of Ramanuja. How he is able to decode these Upanishads like this, how he is able to present dharma and adharma is Lord, how is he able to explain? All these things, ability to comment, ability to have the mass appeal, ability to be a very, very humble human being, ability to be a social reformer, all these things, how could Ramanuja achieve? Got. At that time, during the discussion, Ramanuja's nephew, I referred to him, Nadadu Ralvan. He is called Varada Vishnu Mishra. He is also a great philosopher and thinker. Desha has quoted many of his works, many of his statements in his Nyaya Siddhanjana and Nyaya Parishuddhi, etc. Varada Vishnu Mishra see all these Acharyas in Ramanuja Sampradaya will minimum have two names. One in Sanskrit, one in Tamil. If you say Nadadu Ralvan, that is known in Sampradaya. But when you go to the text, he will be known as Varada Vishnu Mishra. When you speak of Somaji Andan, he will be Rama Mishra. When you speak of Kuratalvan, he will be Shivat Sanka Mishra. We are the only people who have two names. All Acharyas will have two names, minimum two names in Sri Vaishnava Guru Parampara. One in Tamil, one in Sanskrit. They are Ubhaya Vedantins. Say even in the name they had this Ubhaya. So this Nadadu Ralvan, he was also son of Ramanuja's younger sister. Ramanuja had two sisters. One was Bhumi, the other was called Kamala. Bhumi's son was Dasharathi, the famous Mudaliyanda. Again Dasharathi is Sanskrit, Mudaliyanda is Tamil. Kamala's son is Varada Vishnu, known as Nadadu Ralvan. He gave an answer in the form of a small verse. It is quoted in 3000 Padi Guru Parampara. Always we say Padi Guru Bara, Arairapadi, Muvairapadi. What is this Padi? Padi does not mean step. Padi means a unit of 32 letters. What is 32 letters will be the number of letters in Anushtup Shloka. That is called Grantha in Sanskrit. Equivalent to that in Tamil is Padi. So when we say Muvairapadi, 3000 Padi, we mean 3000 into 32 letters are there in that book. My laptop also will not give that accurate calculation as I write. But those days people had the time to count the letters and mention them by the name of letters also. Ramanuja Sri Bhashya consists of 9,000 granthas. 9,000 padis. 9,000 into 32 letters, that is Sri Bhashya. If you come to Bhagavad Vishnu of Kuratalvan, Pillan, Tirukkurhe Pirar Pillan, it comes of 6,000 padis, 6,000 granthas. Now, Gita Bhashya, such calculation has not been done. I made it, got done by one of the computer students. And then I got the Padi mentioned for Tatparya Chandrika also. That is different. Let us not go into that now. Now, in this Guru Paramparas, also they use the Padi measure to give us the size of the book. There is a Guru Parampara called 3000 Padi written by the second year of the third year of the Parakalamat. There he mentions this incident while mentioning the greatness of Ramanuja. Disciples were discussing. At that time, this question arose. How did Ramanuja become such unique character? He worked hard, he studied well. He was Avatara Purusha. That was, so many people gave such answers. But he gave an answer. He was blessed like that by Ranganatha. That is how bringing it down. You always think that God, consciousness, Satyatva, Jnanatva, Radhatva, Amalatva, Anandatva, and just float above. But where does it lead us? That Satyatvam, Jnanatvam, Anantatvam, Anandatvam, Amalatvam, Shiyapatitvam can be physically seen in the form of Ranganatha by us. For followers of Ramanuja, the Vigraha in temple is not a symbol of the Lord. It is He. As per the Agama Shastras, it is He. He in flesh and blood. It is a very difficult concept for people to appreciate. They can appreciate that God is Satya, Gnana, Ananta easily because it doesn't need anything. Because you don't understand, go on telling it. But when we say Lord Ranganatha is in flesh and blood before you, to accept it and go by that, you should be blessed. Unless you are blessed, you can't accept this. That blessing was there for Ramanuja. And that is why Nadaduralvan says this greatness to Ramanuja was given by Lord Ranganatha. Many people believe that when you come to religion, it is lower level. When you talk philosophy, it is higher level. Many people have philosophy, only no religion. Many people have religion, no philosophy. But many people do not have philosophy and religion together and not differing from each other. There are philosophies which say God has no form, that everything is mithya, but you see them doing worship for 2.5 hours. They keep it Vigraha and worship 2.5 hours. And they know in reality that Vigraha doesn't exist. Because I do not exist. The worshipper does not exist. The worshipped does not exist. The worship does not exist. But still we do. It is like I in mathematics. All of us know I is not a real number. It is root of -1. There cannot be root for -1. All squares will minus into minus will become plus. But still we use minus one, root of -1 to solve problems. To solve Vedantic problems, we use this Vigraha Upasana. We use the Saguna Upasana and all these things. So in their religion is different from philosophy. But for Ramanuja, philosophy is religion, religion is philosophy. Because of this only many people think that Ramanuja is at a lower level. It's very, very unfair for many people, including so-called learned people, thinking that. Fact is that Parabrahma is there physically before you in the form of Ranganatha. That Ranganatha has blessed Ramanuja. Why should he bless Ramanuja? Now it is 12:18. We started 11:44. Now it is 12:18. 44 plus 18. Already over. Half an hour. Sir, now I will not go further because already your lunch is also delayed. We have first shown how great Ramanujar is as a commentator. How he is able to give the answer to complicated passages very simply, that too in very short sentences. Then how all this greatness is being such a commentator and also down to earth practical philosopher was possible to him. The answer for this was the blessings of the Lords residing as Ranganatha and Sriranga. And he resides as Srinivasa in Tirumala. He resides as Varadaraja in Kanchipuram. He resides as Sampath Kumara in Yadavadri, Melkota. Nadadu Radwan, Ramanuja's nephew. Here is this form. We worship in our family. Ramanuja at his feet, Nadadu Radwan, in the Simhasana given to him. He answered saying that it is purely because of the grace, blessings of Rangapati Sri Ranganatha. Our whole Guru Parampara is same. You can see that. Ramanuja was declared as Vadayava by Ranganatha. The key for Paramapada was handed over to Ramanuja. See, when somebody is initiated in Sri Vaishnavism, there are 5 stages of samskaras, refinement. First is Tapa Samskara, then comes Pundra Samskara, then comes Nama Samskara, where a name is given to the person initiated in Vaishnavism. He is told to declare. It is like oath, taking oath, saying that I am the servant of Lord. Krishna Nama Bhagavad Dasaha, Asi Acharya says. And the disciple says, Krishna Nama Bhagavad Dasosmi. He takes the oath. But Samashran does not end there. He doesn't become Shri Vaishnava by that. He has to give another statement. Acharya says, Krishna Nama Bhagavad Ramanuja Dasosi. He has to say, Krishna Nama Bhagavad Ramanuja Dasosmi. It is enough to complete the greatest Ramanuja. Unless he says that he is Ramanuja Dasa, he doesn't become a Sri Vaishnava. So, why? Because he was made the proprietor of the 2 properties of Ranganatha, Leela Vibhuti and Nitya Vibhuti. Unless you become his servant, you have no entry in Vaikuntha. The Sri Ranganati, Srimad Rangapati, he gave this prasada. Venkatapati, many pages can be written. How Ramanuja argued before Yadava king, and how Ramanuja proved that Rigveda sings the glory of Venkatapati. That is a special topic. Once you can have a seminar on Ramanuja and Ranganatha. One full day it will go. Another seminar can be there, Ramanuja and Srinivasa. Another seminar will go Ramanuja and Varadaraja. Another seminar can be there for Ramanuja and Melkote Sampath. So much has to be, so much is known to us. We have to study and hear and enjoy. Nadaduralvan was the person to declare Ramanuja's greatness is because of the grace of these four deities. Srimadrangapatischa Venkatapatis Shivaranadrevpatihi Shri Yadvadripatischa Kechana Tatha Divyasthaladhishwaraha. Apart from these, there are Divyadesha deities who have not accepted change of their system. Top in the list stands Kerala. Kerala is always top in special. Padmanabha does not want Ramanuja to introduce Pancharatra Agama in Trivandrum. That is tradition, says Guru Parampara. So overnight Ramanuja was lifted from Trivandrum to Tirukurungudi by Garuda, by the order of Lord Padmanabha. I used to wonder, how Padmanabha, why did you let down Ramanuja like this? To this Padmanabha answered, believe me, he made a lady in Trivandrum to organize the Vidvat Sadas in Shibashya in Trivandrum. For that she gave a trust. She has said this should be conducted only in Trivandrum. Padmanabha has answered me, I have not let down Ramanuja. I am hearing his Shibashya. Don't doubt me. But at the same time, he didn't let down those who have been worshipping me earlier. But when he came to Tirukurungudi, Ramanuja woke up and found, called Vadaga, he called his disciple who used to immediately help him to go for his Gnana and everything. There stood Vadaga. But Vadaga has not come with Ramanuja from Trivandrum. He is still in Trivandrum. Probably he was walking near Nagar or something. How is this Vadaga Nambi, Andhra Purna by his side? There was Tirukurungudi Nambi waiting in his shape. Tirukurungudi Nambi requested Ramanuja to teach him Mula Mantra and took Pancha Samskaran. He became Vaishnava Nambi. There is only one Vaishnava God. All others are Vishnu. You have got only one Vaishnava, that is the deity in Tirukurungudi, because he had taken Shankachakra Samskara from Ramanuja. He lifted Ramanuja from Trivandrum, brought to Tirukurungudi, at the same time told, I am your disciple. We can't understand why he plays like this. But similarly, Puri Jagannath, he also wanted to support his Pandas and lifted Ramanuja from Puri overnight. But because they wanted to show, Lord wanted to show, he is always by the side of those who have been serving him. But his inclination to Ramanuja was entirely different. And those Divyadesha deities also showed the greatness of Ramanuja. Tatha Divyasthala Dhishwaraha. All these things would not have been possible for Ramanuja if he had not got the grace of Alavaddar, Yamuna. Yasya prasada kalaya bhadirashrunoti pangu pradhavati javenacha vakti mukha. This is the surrender at the feet of Varadaraja done by Alavandar Yamunacharya. Yamunacharya had seen Ramanuja. Ramanuja had not seen Yamuna while he was alive. But that prayer made Ramanuja to come to this fold and to protect all of us. So Yamuna's grace. Shishaila Purnastatha, Ramanuja's own uncle, who named his Ramanuja. And Dr. Ananta is here. Ramanuja is not a correct Sanskrit word. Karunakarachariar goes on telling, Srinivasan is there, Professor. Ramanuja is not correct Sanskrit word, there is an objection. Natvam should come there. You should pronounce it as Ramanuja. Somebody wrote an article, you feel Vaishnavas, you are right, great works you are writing, but your own Acharya's name is spelled with mistake. You should have written as Ramanuja. Ramasya Anujaha Ramanujaha. Natvam Praptam. But you people do the mistake of writing as Ramanuja. This is one more issue now. But we have answered it very simply. This is not the word coined by us. The mistake is on Valmiki Bhagavan. See, Valmiki said, Ramanujam Lakshmana Purvajajja. Ramanujam Lakshmana Purvajajja. He has used the word Ramanuja to denote Ramanuja Lakshmana. So denote Lakshmana, we have used same name. So you can't ask how do you spell your name like this. People have got so many reasons to spell their name. And the other day I went to somebody, his name is Karunakarachariar, but he had put Carunacaran. I asked him why you have spelled like this. He said, that is, astrologer told me if I spell like that only I will get more money. So Ramanuja was the Sanskrit grammar may question. But what they can do with Valmiki, that Valmiki has said, sir, Valmiki wrote Ramayana correct. But what was the manuscript where he wrote as this stutters as Ramanuja is my question. But traditionally we have been people who have been repeating the words. We don't just go by books. So the pronunciation of Ramanuja is absolutely unquestionable. But how to get out of these grammarians who just jump at you? So I mean, we have not used the kind of the word. It is the kind by Valmiki Bhagavan which you are using for. So why I told is, this name was given to Ramanuja by his uncle, Srishaila Purna. And the grace of Srishaila Purna made him such a great scholar because Srishaila Purna was an authority in interpreting Ramayana. And Ramanuja, after becoming a sannyasi, went to his uncle, brother of mother, and studied Ramayana under his feet. None of us study after 40. After 20, nobody studies. Gurus Sakashi, they sit before the Gucha for 2-3 days and learn words like Avacheda, and come back and become scholars. Nobody can question them later on. Our IAS officers study to write IAS examination. After that, they forget everything. That is all practical world. But Ramanuja, after taking sannyasam, after having so many disciples for him, went to study Ramayana under his uncle because his uncle had got beautiful interpretations for Ramayana slokas. So that Srishaila Purna's grace. All this made Ramanuja. With this, I will wind up because it is already, you are all tired. You are very kind and listening. That is your grace. But I should leave when you are kind to me. Before you become wondering why this man has taken this much time. But it is a great thing arranged by Swamiji. And I consider, I have got some personal difficulties to come earlier, come in time. This is all Indians do, they come late only. But for who is special consideration for you is I am already 25 kilometers away from you. I reside in Tambaram. And whatever plan I do, the condition, traffic condition is like avidya of Advaitins. Advaitins avidya cannot be defined. That itself is the dimension for Advaita. Traffic condition can never be anticipated. So traffic condition as we get into trouble. So invariably I don't accept morning programs. Organizers seldom openly, please call me after 2 p.m. Because morning I am supposed to do something, whether I do that properly or not is different. But when I have to come for this, I do that more improperly and come late to your program also. That way causing displeasure of the Lord and your Lord residing in you also. But our foundation was kind. They have told you, come as you like. We will adjust for you. And that greatness, that magnanimity for them, let me express my gratitude. So, and when I came, I had a wonderful lecture. It was fantastic to hear. And Nirvishesha Advaita, how there can be no Nirvishesha Gnana, Sarvam Jnanam Savishesham. They are wonderful things. In philosophy also, there is a two type of argument. The English terms of many of the words used by Ramanuja, used by present philosophers will be difficult for me to conceive because I have not studied philosophy in English. I have studied philosophy in the traditional system. But we can manage because of the English. And we are engineers. And for us, English is also like our wives. We love, but we don't control them. This is the position we have got. But I am very happy for this opportunity given. I thank you, all of you. God bless you. Let Ramanuja bless. And Ramanuja's glory is one thing which historians wonder also. If C. Rajagopalachari had stood for an election, he would have got maximum only his vote. Even his son will not vote for him, because his son, he will say, I will not recommend you for any post. CR had stood in election, he would have got only one vote. But he could have given a better budget. He would have given beautiful arrangement systems. Intellectual. He was intellectual, so he can't have mass appeal. There are leaders in our country who got plenty of mass appeal. But what they speak is neither known to them nor to us also. Everything they say, this is our model. What is your model? Whatever we do is our model. So they can get votes. So those who have got mass following are intellectually useless. Those who have got intellectual greatness will not be able to be functioning in a democratic, because mass appeal they can't get. Only one character, I tell you, even Deshika could not get it. The only one character in our history which had got enormous mass following and enormous intellectual following was Ramanuja. He just brooded over it. He is called Ramanuja, he is called Emberumanar, he is called whatever, he is called Ilayalvar. So many names in Tamil, people thronged for him. It is really, even Lord Krishna did not achieve this popularity what Ramanuja achieved in his time. At the same time, intellectual wonder how he managed. I only gave a sample. That is why I started from there. Because I got always a feeling that people say Ramanuja, philosophy, no. His philosophy is a fantastic philosophy. He is built solidly. He had such support. He did not write his Sri Bhashyam simply himself. He kept people along with him. Usad Tunai. He had companions with him. Kudatalvan, Nadaduralvan, Somaji Andan, Arulala Perumal Emberman. Discussed with them and finalized. That is why in Sri Bhashyam you will be finding wonderful, in each and every place difference has been made in this sentence itself. A word representing part cannot refer to a word which says about whole cannot be used to mean a part. This is an objection. For that, answer given by Ramanuja is not necessary. When somebody says, my cloth is burnt, it does not mean whole cloth is burnt. Only part of his cloth is burnt. So you can say a part by the name of whole also. Okay? Sudha Prakashika discusses how can Ramanuja give this Ashlila example. In a very good text, you should not give these things like cloth burning. It is not pleasant to hear. He should have given some other example. How did Ramanuja give this example? Even for example, there is argument. And Sudha Prakashika defends Ramanuja. It is not the example given by him. It is the example given by grammarians. And now they are the people who are arguing. So he used their own word and gave this. This is everywhere you can see. The one life is not enough to study Sudha Prakashika and Ramanuja. And Sudha Prakashika shows that how this greatness is there in Ramanuja, Sri Bhashyam. And this great support of intellectuals also he had. So we pray at his feet for all the prosperity for all of us. And in my process, if I use some words which are not appropriate, please forgive, because I am not Ramanuja. Thank you.